welcome now Martha Gimbel, who is the Executive Director and co-founder of the Budget Lab at Yale University. She also works in economic policy and research in the U.S. government and the private sector. Joins us now live from Virginia. Great to see you, Martha. So much happening. In fact, you can't really keep up with what's going on the trade front. President Trump says on Friday, look, China is violating the trade agreement. Today, we're hearing that China says, no, you actually violated the trade agreement. And this confrontation between two major powers is not only creating uncertainty, but, it creates market jitters. So how are you describing and how are you characterizing our new reality?
Well, it's sort of undescribable, right? I mean, even leaving aside the China of it all, just in a 24-hour period last week, right, a court took the tariffs off, then they put the tariffs back on, and then President Trump announced 50% tariffs on steel. So It's all sort of head swimming. And it makes it incredibly difficult for anyone to figure out what they should be doing, how they should be investing, how they should be hiring. And you're seeing incredibly high levels of uncertainty that businesses and consumers are trying to navigate.
Yeah, I want to bring to your attention this post on social media by President Donald Trump. And he says, if the courts somehow rule against us on tariffs, which is not expected, that would allow other countries to hold our nation hostage with their anti-American tariffs that they would use against us. And this would mean the economic ruination of the United States of America. The Trump administration says they're now willing to take it all the way to the Supreme Court. That's what we're anticipating. But he wants a fight and he's not going to let up. What does this mean for businesses and this new, and I keep saying this new reality because I don't even know how to describe this new reality.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of indescribable. I mean, I do want to point out that the courts are not saying that no one can ever impose tariffs. They are saying that Congress needs to pass laws to impose tariffs, and that in this way. And it is not something that the president, under this particular authority, can just do randomly as he feels. And so I want to push back on the narrative that he's trying to say that this means that, the U.S. can never do anything, leaving aside whether or not it's a good idea. The point here, right, is that there's a reason that this authority is given to Congress. Having the executive just going back and forth at a whim is not a good idea. And it's making it for an incredibly difficult operating environment. And I want to point out, it's also making an incredibly difficult operating environment for our trading partners. Why would you trade with the United States right now? We're not reliable. Why would you not be looking elsewhere to figure out where to invest and who to partner with to try to drive prosperity for your citizens moving forward?
So, I mean, we know that the tariff issue and trade issue is very much part of the Trump administration. Do you believe that when the dust settles and there is some, wider plan with the trade scenario for the United States, that it could be net positive for the United States and also for the rest of the world when you weigh it up and look a lot more long term?
Economists have looked at this for a very long time. My team at the Budget Lab have looked at this. The impact of tariffs on the U.S. economy is negative. It slows down the economy. It forces us to invest in unproductive sectors relative to other places that we could be firing on all cylinders on. And it's just going to make us poorer and make us less of a player on the international stage. And so it's really not clear to me what any wins at all are going to be here.
Martha Gimbel, great to have you with us. Thank you so much for your time.